I ain't tryna judge nobody, I just wanna party. I ain't tryna judge nobody, I just wanna party. I ain't tryna judge nobody, I can't judge nobody. Oh no, cause I'm only human too. That's why I mind my own damn business. Honey, you should mind your business too. Oh yes, yeah, I can't judge nobody, cause I'm only human too. That's why I mind my own damn business. Honey, you should mind your business too. Oh yes, listen, I went down to the club just to have a good time. Ain't really had nothing, nobody on my mind. I just wanna relax, yes sir. I wanna do my thing. Ooh, but here comes somebody swerving in my lane. Yeah, coming out your mouth about somebody else. When you know damn well you ain't doing too good yourself. Yes, always talking down on other people. You ain't no better than nobody, we all equal. I can't judge nobody, oh no, cause I'm only human too. Oh yeah, that's why I mind my own damn business. Honey, you should mind your business too. Oh yes, yeah, I can't judge nobody, cause I'm only human too. That's why I mind my own damn business. Honey, you should mind your business too. Oh yeah, cause if they talk about you, they'll talk about me. Oh, maybe not to my face, y'all, but probably soon as I leave. Yeah, what's in your heart, one day it gotta come out. But I bet not hear my name come out your mouth. Yeah, Lord knows I'm humble. But
Good afternoon to everybody. Welcome to another edition of Bell's Video and Audio Service Podcast. Tonight we have a special guest all the way from LaGrange, Georgia. I am very excited this afternoon to hear what this young lady is going to talk about concerning credit. But before we get to the credit part of this podcast, I want to give her opportunity to just introduce herself, give a bio of herself, and then we're going to come back and start this podcast. Kat, it's in your hand.
Well, thank you so much, Mac. First of all, thank you so much for having me. It really is an honor, and I just love how we got connected. And I'm excited where, everything is gonna go in the future. So my name is Kat, and I am from LaGrange. I'm originally actually from Germany, but that's a whole nother story. So I've been living here in LaGrange, Georgia. I have two kids. I'm a family woman, and I also started getting into credit repair while I was working for a few nonprofits in LaGrange. So I really just stumbled upon credit by accident. If I had never worked for the nonprofits, I would have never known about credit or seen how powerful it was. I started to just repair my coworkers' credit. I was in charge of doing the Habitat for Humanity applications, and I started helping them with their credit with a credit app that we had at work. And I saw that it worked, and I said, wow, if I can do this for my coworkers and help them with their credit, imagine what I could do for others. It was just really powerful seeing their scores go up by 60 to 100 points. And so here I am, and I'm in business and I'm trying to help as many people as I can with their credit because credit is confusing and it's complex and what works for one person is not going to work for the next person.
Amen. And Kat, thank you again for coming on tonight on Bill's Video and Audio Service Podcast. As I have stated, it's an honor to have you. So, Kat, we understand that credit is very important to the individual. They might want to buy a house, might want to buy a car, etc., etc. And credit scores do count. It means a whole lot to where a person is trying to get or headed to. So, the first question I'm going to ask you tonight, what is if a person have bad credit, what would you do? Your first step you would do trying to help him or her?
If a person has bad credit, um, the best thing to do first, honestly, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a credit professional, is to seek out the help of someone that deals with credit so they can explain to you exactly what's going on your credit and what's going to be beneficial for you and what's not going to be beneficial for you. You know, you may want to pay off all your old debts because you came into some money recently, but that may not be the best option for you. So I would reach out to someone and then come up with a strategy and come up with a plan for your credit first.
Great. Now, when you deal with credit scores, now kind of go into the depths of credit scores and what it means concerning a person's credit.
So your credit score is basically your financial resume, is what I would say. So when a bank or a lender looks at your credit report or your score, they, see how you've handled credit in the past, how you go about paying back banks, credit cards, and things like that. So anything that you've done in the past 7 years, they're going to be able to see that.
Okay, great. Now, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I might go buy a brand new car, and I might can go through one uh place to get a car with the rates is very low for me. But a person that credit is not as good as mine, he might go buy that same car, but he's gonna pay on a higher scale. Is that because of his bad credit?
It is, yes. But let me tell you something. Not necessarily because, you know, car dealerships, car loan companies, they're in the business of making money. So they'll probably, offer you a higher interest rate at like a 14% interest rate for you as well as the person with bad credit. So you have to arm yourself with knowledge as far as what are the current interest rates, um, and what kind of interest rate can you get for your credit. So, just be careful going to the dealerships because just because you have good credit, not doesn't always mean you're gonna get a good deal. I've seen people with 700 credit scores getting 14% interest rate on a car that should be a 7% interest rate. So it depends on where you go.
How about even buying a house? A person that want to buy a home.
I would do the same thing. Do your research and shop around because these companies are in the business of making money. So yes, at the end of the day, your credit score will determine your interest rate, and ideally, you're going to get a better deal. So instead of paying $1,200 a month with bad credit, you're going to end up paying about $800 a month with good credit.
Okay. Give you an example. If I would go to a dealership and what I like to do, if I want a car, I don't want to pay nothing down on it. I want to set my monthly payment, tell the dealership what I'm gonna pay, would that be based on my credit in order for me to get that?
Absolutely. And I like to call myself a car buying expert. I love helping my clients purchase cars. I even go to the dealerships with them. I make sure that they say no. I make sure that they know to walk away. We don't always have to say yes to the, first offer that we get from the car dealership. So, um, yeah, we don't want to put any money down. We don't want to do that. If you have good credit and you know that you don't have to put any money down, you know, that's good. But most people, they'll need to put some money down and they'll probably put more than they have to down, unfortunately.
Okay. Now I have noticed that when the person wants a certain car, and sometimes the dealership want to give him a monthly payment is out of his range, but he want that car. Then I come for that same car, and I want that car, but I'm not gonna pay $600 a month. I'm gonna pay $400 a month. Tell me why I'm gonna pay 400 and he had to pay 600. Is it still based on my credit?
Yeah, it is based on your credit, yeah, because you're gonna get that lower interest rate.
Okay.
So you will get a better deal. Yep.
Okay. So would you kind of go in detail tonight with the audience and tell them some of the best thing they need to do to be able to based on their credit to buy homes, buy cars, or whatever. Because it's based on credit. If you want to get some things, have things in life. Because everybody don't have cash money to pay in full. So they need credit. So kind of go in detail what we need to do in general to make things better for us in dealing with our credits.
So the very best advice that I can give to anyone is change how you think about credit cards. So when we get a credit card, what we want to do is we rack up the balance and then we want to pay it off. We want to be done with it and then we want to close it out. But that's not how to use credit properly. So you want to get a credit card. If you don't even have to use it. You can spend $20 a month on it. It doesn't matter. And you keep it open. And the longer you have that credit card open for, the better your credit is going to get. So your credit is based on the age of your credit. So you just get you a few credit cards, ideally three credit cards is good. If you have 3 credit cards on your credit report, you'll be great. You'll be in the 700s and you just keep those open and that's all you do. And you let them sit and you let them age.
Kind of without calling a name, uh, how did you deal with an individual that is related to me to get him where he at today without calling his name?
So I disputed a few of the accounts on his credit. He was telling me he was, just gonna pay them. And I said, no, 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 don't pay it, let me look at it first. So instead of him paying a $1,200 medical bill for Puckett Medical Hospital. Does that sound familiar? Puckett? That was the name of the hospital. So I was able to get that waived and removed for him, so he did not pay a penny on that $1,200.
Mhm.
And then we're working on getting some more things removed as well. He is an authorized user on another account, on a joint account, and that person has racked up a really, really big balance on their credit card. So I'm telling him that he needs to get his name removed from the credit card because it's damaging his scores. So we're working on doing that. And then we're just working on making on-time payments on all the other credit cards and just continue to let the accounts age so he has some new credit, new positive credit.
Okay. So if I had, example, if I had a credit card and I like to travel, and it's always good to have a credit card when you're traveling. Now you correct me if I'm wrong. To use a credit card when you're traveling, because to me it's not always feasible to just use cash all the time when you travel. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh no, I think you're right 100%. And honestly, Mac, I think using a credit cards is the smartest thing ever because if your information ever gets stolen or someone, gets a hold of your credit card information, it's better that they get a hold of your credit card number versus your debit card number. So I think everybody should be using their credit cards at all times. You don't ever have to worry about overdraft fees when you're using your credit card. You can put your automatic payments on there. It will always go through. And if you ever notice anything suspicious, all it takes is one quick phone call to the credit card company, and it's usually going to be in your favor, and they'll put the money back on there for you if you think there's been fraud.
Great. We have one question of the audience. That's the question. It's the question one of the participants that's on the live. It said, what advice do you have for young people with student loan trying to purchase a home and a car?
So I get this question a lot. Honestly, it's probably my number one question. Everyone is always very worried about their student loans. I will tell you this, that they hold very, very little weight when it comes to getting approved for a mortgage. So they actually have a special formula that they use whenever someone has student loans on their credit profile to make it go in your favor. So as long as you're not super delinquent and have, tons and tons of late payments on those student loans, you're gonna be fine.
Okay, good.
And I have something I'm gonna share with you. You can send it to this person after the call. It's 100 different ways on how to get your student loans waived. And we used to actually use these ways when I worked at the nonprofit in LaGrange. So it can really help someone.
Okay, great, great. So after we end this podcast, you please just text it to me or whatever way you send it to me, and I can pass it on to this person that asked this question. Okay.
Yep. And hopefully there'll be a way for him to actually get the student loans removed from his credit report completely to where he doesn't owe them anymore.
Okay. So go and tell us what do they need if they want to use your services, talk to you, how they can contact you.
So I have a website. The website is thecreditrestorationcompany.net. It's kind of long. You can also Google me. If you Google me, you'll see all my information pop up. First name is Kat with a K. Last name is Conley, Conley, and you will be able to find me. Probably going through the internet is going to be easiest. You can also reach out to me by phone, 706-412-9680. Don't be afraid to call. I love talking to everyone. I love helping everyone. So I'm always here, whether you're a client or whether you're just someone looking for help.
Your office is it out of your home or do you have a standalone office?
So I have an office in Dothan, Alabama, but I don't ever go there. I'm never there. So basically all of my work is done virtual because hey, no one really, likes going places anymore, right? We all want to sit at home and push a few buttons on our phone.
That's right. Amen. Amen. Kat, I want to thank you so much. That's all the questions I had to ask. But I thank you for giving information to help the audience, cause great information. And I like to thank that person for putting you in my contacts to reach out to you in order for you to help others, cause you helped him. And he's very appreciative because you helped him. So before we close out of this podcast, is any last word you'd like to share with the audience concerning credit?
Yes, if your credit is bad, don't think that you can never ever own a car again, that you can never own a home. After about 12 months, those negative accounts stop affecting your credit so much. So honestly, it is never, never, never too late to rebuild your credit. And once you understand how credit works, my clients, they just do such amazing things after they start, seeing like, wow, my credit is getting better. Like they just go out there and be great and get your credit right, and everything's going to be okay. I promise you. Credit is just the beginning of it all.
Let me go and ask you the magic word. Always they would like to know what is your fees of dealing with their credit.
So there'll be a sign up fee, which is $199. And then it's $149 every month after, for a total of 6 months. And that's about the time frame that you're looking at to kind of get you up and going. I can build anyone a 680 score within a 6-month time frame. And that's about it.
Okay, great, okay. Well, again, thank you again, Kat, for coming on my podcast. It's been a privilege. It's been an honor for you to come on this afternoon. And I'm gonna thank the person that put me and you in contact. So if nothing else, we're gonna close out. And one more question before I go. Have you ever did a credit repair for people in Roanoke?
I have clients all over. I have a few in Valley. I can't think of one out of Roanoke right now though, but I feel like I may have in the past.
Okay. Have you ever been to Roanoke?
No.
We just skip and a hop apart.
I know, right? I know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
also, Mac, let me tell you that you have a beautiful voice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, if nothing else, we're gonna close out. We're gonna close out the same way we came in with one of my favorite singers. It's King George.
I'm far from stupid. I was raised in the ghetto. Don't make me prove it. Yeah, better let the song, let this be your lesson. To mind your business and count your blessing. Yes, cause I ain't tryna judge nobody. I just wanna party. I ain't tryna judge nobody. I just wanna party. I ain't tryna judge nobody. I just wanna party. I ain't tryna judge nobody. I just wanna party. I ain't tryna judge nobody. I just wanna party. I ain't tryna judge nobody.